In Bangladesh, the three-time Prime Minister of the country, Khaleda Zia, has returned. She has returned to Dhaka, and her party, known to have had a long history of association with the Islamist ideology, Zia and her party has also, interestingly, viewers, run out of patience with interim advisor Mohammed Yunus. Zia has sought accountability about the roadmap towards democratic transition or the lack of it for Bangladesh. 9 months since Sheikh Hasina's ouster, Nobel laureate Mohammed Yunus, once a global symbol of microfinance and morality, is now leading an interim government that is, well, some would say long on rhetoric and short on results. Elections were promised, dates were floated, but democracy cannot be deferred like debt repayment. The clock is ticking, Bangladesh is watching. Will Yunus deliver democracy or delay it under the guise of even more reforms? The world is asking. Another voice joining that is Khaleda Zia, prominent opposition leader, known for her extreme positions. But in this case, the story is important because we are asking yet another prominent voice in Bangladesh, asking for what many have been talking about long enough: elections. Faisul Mahmud, the Minister of Press at the Bangladesh High Commission in New Delhi, joins me to talk more about this. Faisal, there's yet another voice, a prominent voice in Bangladeshi politics that's joining in the chorus about asking for elections. BNP, in fact, has been very vocal that they're getting impatient that an election roadmap has not been announced as yet. How do you see Khaleda Zia's return to Bangladesh and its impact on the immediate impact on Bangladeshi politics?
Thank you, Gaurie. First of all, let me clarify that the interim government has given a time frame from December to June, but they haven't fixed a particular month or particular date yet to hold the elections. Now come to the point of Khaleda Zia's return. Khaleda Zia, she's known as an uncompromising leader. I mean, she had been the prime minister for 3 times, and she's probably the most beloved leaders in Bangladesh's recent history. She's obviously a big force, but I think the mantle of Bangladesh Nationalist Party has already been passed to her son, Tariq Rahman, who is still in London, and he hasn't come back yet. But the demand of BNP to hold an election is getting louder, and for obvious reasons, because BNP is very agitated because they want to know an exact date when it will take place, and the interim government hasn't given them that. But I think since Khaleda Zia has returned, and she is now in better health, because before that she has been suffering from a lot of ailments, and her political opposition, I mean the Awami League, used to portray her as a terminally ill leader who has plunged into political irrelevance. But it proved that Khaleda Zia is, Khaleda Zia is very much relevant in Bangladesh's current landscape. Because,
she's relevant. I'm asking you that exact same question. We are having that conversation for that reason, Faisal. But let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, that, of course, BNP would think that with Sheikh Hasina's political relevance reduced, she not being part of the landscape right now is going to have a major impact and boost the BNP's chances, which is why they're likely to be impatient. Do you think Khaleda Zia's return to Bangladeshi politics is going to act as a fresh impetus for Mohammed Yunus to announce elections earlier?
I'm not in a position to answer that directly, but I think yes. To be honest, Khaleda Zia's return and the subsequent, the possible return of her son as well, will obviously put pressure on the interim government to give an exact date to hold elections. But I'm not seeing this as like that, because you mentioned that Hasina and Awami League is no longer in the scene, and because of good reason, because of what they did back in last July and August. But BNP, yes, if you ask any common citizen in Bangladesh, they'll probably tell you that BNP is the party in waiting, and they'll probably come to power if a free and fair election is taking place.
Yes, which is why she wants the elections. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
All right, Faisal, we leave it there. Thanks much for joining me. And this time around, we had a conversation that did not veer into any other sidetracks.